Hey guys, Mr. Conley here, just checking in with you. It is Thursday, which you know that means Theological Thursday, so hope you guys are excited as I am. So last week we talked about this question of why did Jesus have to become human? Now the theological term for that is the incarnation. We sing about it at Christmas, we talked about that. What it means is in flesh. That's the exact definition of incarnation. And so, excuse me, the reason that the humanity of Christ is so important is that Jesus had to become man so that he could represent fallen humanity. So if Jesus had never come down and never became man and became the God-man, then he wouldn't have been able to represent fallen humanity. And that plays a lot into his dying on the cross for our salvation, because he was fully God, but yet he was also fully human. Another thing we need to remember with the incarnation is that Jesus had to be born of a virgin. We didn't really talk about that much last week, but I wanted to go ahead and cover this. I know we usually cover it in December, and I'm sure in Sunday school you guys cover it all the time, and anytime we're talking about Christmas, I get it. Okay, but it is very important that he was born of a virgin. The reason that that's so important is because if he would have been born of Joseph, then he would actually have still had this sin nature. Because of Adam and Eve and because of the sin that they brought into the earth, each person that's been born since then has this sin nature with them. And if Jesus had been born of Joseph and Mary and not been born of the Virgin Mary, then he would have had that nature, and then that would not have made him perfect, and that's what we needed. We needed him to be perfect for our sacrifice. The other thing that we need to keep in mind is that Jesus was an actual person, which I know doesn't necessarily, sound that profound, but some people don't necessarily believe that. And it's very important to remember that he was an actual person with actual flesh and blood, and that developed like a normal person. We see it all throughout Scripture. We see him, in his Passion Week when he gets beat. We see him bleed. We see him have pain. We see him have sorrow with the death of Lazarus and that kind of thing. And even in Luke 2:52, which I'm sure all of you guys are familiar with, and it says, "And Jesus grew in wisdom and stature and in favor with God and man." He developed like a normal person. He was born and he grew up. And then, he lived this perfect life in order to, do this mission that he was called to do. And so the thing that we have to remember when we look at all the way back at the beginning, back in creation, God knew that there was going to be a need for some type of redeemer for humans. He knew it. Kind of think of it this way, and I just read this, which I think was kind of profound. It's kind of like, look at parents who are planning on adopting a special needs child. They know that there's going to be challenges ahead with that, whether it's physical challenges or mental challenges or whatever the case may be. They know that there's going to be these challenges that go along with it, but they're going to love that person. They're going to take care of that person. They're going to provide for that person. And so the same way that, a set of parents who were going to do that, it's kind of the same way that the Father knew. He knew that Adam was going to mess up. He knew that we were going to need a Redeemer to come and to fix this problem that we basically caused, right? And so he knew that his son would be sent after Adam in order to do that. And he knew that there would be pain and suffering for Jesus. He knew all these things going into it. But God knew that we were going to need something amazing to fix that was what was going to be broken. And that's kind of what we're going to be talking about today. For Theological Thursday, today's topic is why did Jesus have to become, let me make sure I'm telling you the right name. No, I'm sorry. What is salvation? That's what today's topic is. Sorry about that. Which is one of the things that we really need to define. The next couple weeks we're going to be talking about the subject, because really this is one of the most important questions that need to be answered. What is salvation? How do we get salvation? And that's what we're going to be talking about. And so if you don't know what salvation is, there's going to be a definition that's going to be in the PowerPoint for today. and you can look at that and you can read it. But if you don't understand it and you have questions about what it means to be saved, what it means to be redeemed, let me know. I would love to spend some time to talk to you about this, or you could talk to your parents, or you could talk to your pastor or youth minister, whoever. But don't waste this opportunity. If that's something you don't understand or something you've been struggling with, this, by all means, let me know. I'd love to talk to you guys about that. And so as you go to start your stuff, remember, go in there, go into Canvas, go into the assignments. You're going to want to open up that slideshow in a different tab so that you can answer the questions on the Canvas quiz with the slideshow open, so that you can easily access the answers and that kind of thing. This is going to be in the modules for 6th grade. It's going to be in the Unit 10 module. And then for 8th grade, it's going to be under your VeggieTales module, and it's going to be called Theological Thursday, What is Salvation? And that's what it's going to be called. So you can find it in there. Mr. Long has asked all the teachers to start making an announcement every day, posting an announcement on Canvas for what that daily assignments are and where you find them and that kind of thing. So I will do that. I will post this YouTube clip that I do in my daily check-in with you guys on there, and then I will also talk about it on here, but it'll also be in your announcement. So don't forget that Friday we are off school, so I won't have any Zoom calls. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this week. Had some today, had a bunch yesterday. I had a bunch yesterday, and then you guys know what I mean. I'm tired. I'm sorry. This e-learning is getting to me, and I know it's getting to you guys. But don't forget, Friday we're off, so I will not be doing Zoom calls. But I am looking forward to seeing you guys next week. If you got any questions, comments, you know how to hit me up. I love you guys, and I miss you guys. I'm praying for you guys as usual. I know I say it every day, but believe me, I really, truly am, and I really do miss you guys. So anyway, have a great day, have a great weekend, and we will see you next week.